welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you 3 modifications that I've done to my VFR 800 FE. It's a 2016 model. So the first modification that I wanted to do, I wanted some power on the front of my bike. I do have the official Honda cigarette lighter attachment, but to put that on the bike I'd need to drill into the plastic fairing and I didn't want to do that. So I bought this motor power USB port which can connect straight up to your battery. It's a fused port, so there's protection in there. And I thought I'd give this a go, and I've been using it now for over 3 months, and I can tell you it is pretty good. I've had no problems with it at all. So the first thing to do is obviously to remove the back seat, so you can get to the bolts for the front seat, and then you just simply undo the bolts, the 2 bolts there at the back that hold on the front seat. Once you've lifted the front seat away, then you'll see the battery cover staring up at you, and that's quite easy to remove. You just pop off these little poppers here. You can do these with your fingers and the cover just slides right out. Once you can see the battery and the terminals exposed, you literally just connect the 2 wires from the USB port that you're putting on to the battery. Just make sure you get the wires the right way around. And once you've got the power sorted, it's just a matter of tracing the wire through your frame to the front of the bike, so you can connect the other end of the USB port. I did this by taking off this black plastic cover on the side of the tank. You just undo them 2 bolts there and that whole cover comes off. But what you can do is lift the tank up if you want to do that. Either, it doesn't matter. And when you trace the wire, there's existing wire that goes to the front of the bike already back there. So if you just follow that existing wiring, I actually velcroed my new wire to the existing wire harness, and it just pops out the front right there where the horn is. Connect the ends up, a little bit of velcro, stick it to the side of the plastic cover, and Bob's your uncle. Job done. Very, very simple. So just bear in mind that this USB port is not waterproof if the cover's open. So if you're riding out in rain, or you know there's going to be rain, then just unplug and put the little waterproof cap over to protect it. Now, some people have said that these USB chargers, if you connect them direct to your battery, that they will drain your battery down. But I can tell you now, I haven't had the bike on trickle charging, and I've never had a flat battery in the last 3 months having this sitting on the bike. So I think if it does draw any power, then it's extremely low. Well, for modification 2 then, I thought I'd show you this while I've got the front seat off, and it's basically just how to higher and lower the seat on the bike. My bike is currently set in the high position. I'm 5'8.5", and even in the high position I can flat foot both feet, both sides. But if you did want to lower this down, the seat down, it's very simple to do. And you start by just removing the 2 hex key or Allen key bolts either side of the brackets there, and moving the bracket down into the 2 holes that you can see. So you're basically just dropping it down or raising it up and then putting the bolts back into the bracket. And then at the front here you can see these plastic bungs which hold this. At the moment mine are being held up on the high setting, so if you remove those plastic bungs as well, the seat naturally drops down onto its own bungs. And there's the 2 slots in the front of the seat which you use either whether you're going high or low. They fit into that metal bracket at the front. So basically you're just moving the brackets at the back, you're taking the bungs out of the front, and then finally when you're putting the seat on, you're just using one of the 2 adjustments there at the front of the seat. So now I've got power to the front of the bike. I wanted somewhere to put my sat-nav or my mobile phone, and I wanted to do the exact same that I did on my GSXR 750. So I purchased a RAM mount stem mount HD, a 19mm one, which fits on this bike. And RAM mount do these stem mounts for many diameters of tube in here. So for your specific bike, if you just go on their website and input your bike model and name, etc., it will tell you which diameter you need. So this is very simple to do. The first step is to remove the plastic cover from the yoke there, the top nut. I'm not actually sure what that's called. I think I might have got it right. And then when you've got the hole exposed, you just want to get some polish down there and clean out any debris that you can get your fingers into, and make sure it's nice and clean before you put this stem mount in there. In the box you have the stem mount HD itself, which is just one unit, and there's also a little plastic cover in there to put on top of the Allen key nut to keep it free from any dirt and dust going forward. It's a very simple install. You literally just drop it down into the stem till it's sitting nice and flush, and as you tighten the Allen key on the top, or the hex key, whatever you want to call it, it actually expands the rubber in the shaft and grips the inside of the tube. So once you've got the stem mount actually on your bike and you've got that little ball there, there's a myriad of different mounting options available to you from Ram Mount and other vendors as well. So I've already got a GoPro mount that I can just pop on there, but for my sat nav I bought this little short, I think it's called a short grip, which just fits over the ball there, and then on the other end I've put a Ram Mount X grip, which holds my phone perfectly well in place, no problems whatsoever. I'll put links to everything I've bought below in the description, but please have a look around. You can get longer ones, shorter ones, there's a myriad, like I said, of different mounting options. Now that you've got the ball on there, you can get loads of different things and loads of different ways to mount different things, sat navs, phones, cameras. So it's definitely worth a look to see what's available. So there you go, 3 very easy mods that you can do to your motorbike. I hope you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.